And welcome back. Our next guest is the founder of Digo No Mas and CEO of Forme Medical Center and Urgent Care. And now she's here to speak about how she is using her platform to share powerful stories from sexual abuse survivors and much more. So please welcome to the show, Maria Trusa. Maria, welcome to the show.
Hey, Bob. Thank you so much for having me. You guys are becoming part of the Digo No Mas family.
I know we can't do a whole month or 6 months without talking to Maria Trusa. Maria, you're always welcome to show up on this show and share your wonderful experience.
Thank you so much. So, Bob, we're going to talk about the amazing walk that we had
Oh,
on Saturday. So
yes.
we had the second walk of the Digo No Mas.
Uh-huh.
This was done. It was in Yonkers, and we ended up having, as you know, it was a rainy, windy day, and one thing I knew for sure that nothing was going to stop this walk.
No.
The message that we needed to send to the children is that we do not quit. We're going to have many challenges in during with this movement because
Yeah.
we're bringing awareness to sexual abuse of our children.
No rain on
And
your
in order
parade. Quitters never
that's
win
it.
and winners never quit.
That's it. We were proof of that on Saturday.
Yes. So it's a wonderful experience. This is the second one, and you've been doing this for some time. Give us some background on how you got started with this. Now, how did you manage to gather the forces necessary to transform your pain into the impulse necessary to find growth and success and healing?
Well, as I've spoken in the other programs about my story led into the movement of the Digo No Mas. It was something that I'd say that I am an instrument that God is utilizing for this
Yeah.
mission to really come to fruition and success. So I come, as I mentioned before, from I'm a survivor of sexual abuse at the age of 9, and this was something that my father actually gave me to one of his friends, and he brutally raped me, and I almost lost my life. And I didn't speak about it for 47 years, and then I decided to write a book, and the book led into the movement, and the movement now is a movement that nothing can stop it. We are bringing the awareness of what I call the silent pandemic of sexual abuse of our children. And in addition to that, that breaking the silence is one of the most important campaign of the Digo No Mas. So I was blessed enough to meet Dr. Quesada, Dr. Edwin Quesada from the Yonkers Public School District.
Yeah.
He is a superintendent who introduced me to Mayor Spano, Mike Spano, who I knew, but not as close as I've gotten to know him. And Mayor Spano, I didn't realize that he was a survivor of sexual abuse at the age of 12. And
Wow.
he decided to bring in the march. I was talking to him about walking, against this monster that we are dealing with. And last year, he gave us the go ahead, and he closed the streets he closed Riverdale. We marched from City Hall to Maria Eugenio Hostos. We marched about a mile. And we did the same thing this year. Last year we had about 1,000 people, and this year we were expecting thousands of people. But unfortunately, the rain, and everybody was questioning me, Bob.
Yeah.
Do we cancel it? Do we cancel it? And until the end, I knew there wasn't one for 1 second. I thought of canceling that march because what was the message that we were going to be giving our children that we quit rain? And I
Yeah.
talk about it as a survivor. To me, I was sexually abused. You think rain bothers me?
Nothing can
And that's
stop
what we
it.
showed.
Rain, snow, hail, sleet. You got to move on forward. You got to move forward with it.
Yeah, and it was a blessing because at the beginning I didn't think many people were going to show up, but guess what? We had, I would say, close to the same as last year, and we had an incredible event. We walked in the rain. We talked in the pouring windy rain in front of
Yeah.
City Hall, and we to Maria Hostos, and we were there until about 3 o'clock with singers. My daughter actually sang, and it was very emotional because she sang "Imagine," and there were children, and we had
Wow.
food. People donated, and the mayor spoke, and Dr. Edwin Quesada, and survivors spoke. So it was extremely powerful, and we showed that we mean business.
Yeah.
We're not stopping.
Maria, you've been doing some wonderful things with the program since you started. I mean, a lot of people have learned so much. And thank you,
Yeah.
for coming on and sharing what you share every time you come on. How much support do you have you received from local and city officials with this organization and with the event?
Well,
I know you
many
got
of
the
them
mayor.
actually. Yeah, I had the mayor. Many of them showed up.
Mm,
I was very surprised because many of them did not let the rain stop. And you will, hopefully you guys will share the videos that we're posting with the speeches. And so we're getting tremendous support, I have to say. And from the media, from the government, we're getting support from just people in general. We had so many volunteers that came together 6 o'clock in the morning. People were there putting things together, making sure that we had a successful march. And I'm so grateful. But you know what, Bob? We need donations. So I am going to, plead for people to really go in yodigonomas.com
yeah.
and donate for this cause. We are going to make a serious impact in breaking the silence in education. We're bringing curriculums to the school district. We're writing books to teach parents how to speak with their children so that they are protecting them against sexual abuse because unfortunately, over 93% of the abuse happens at home. The
Yeah.
monster is in the house, and we need to educate to prevent.
How do people donate now? I mean, you have can they use Cash App or all the other platforms to donate to the cause and organization?
They can They can do this in Instagram and Facebook. They can go to yodigonomas.com and they can go, I tell people, look, if a monthly donation, if all you can afford is $10, then give whatever you can afford, right? We're just
Yeah.
asking people to really join this movement so that we have the resources to be able to move it as fast as it needs to move because there's urgency in sexual abuse of children. We cannot continue to normalize this. We know that it exists and we don't stop it. We don't talk about it and we need to stop. We need to break the chains of sexual abuse of our children.
So any donation, large or small, and we'll be sure to put that up on the screen and let people know more about it, Maria. Um, do you have anything
Yeah.
else coming up that we can participate in? How can we get involved?
So we're going to be putting other events together. This was big, Bob. We've been preparing for this for 6 months,
Wow.
but there's going to be a lot of activities. I'm doing a lot of workshops. I have psychologists that are helping me, helping the movement. We are working with the Yonkers Public School District. I gave workshops last week in different schools with the students and the parents. I did a workshop where about 40 parents showed up, and let me tell you, it was powerful. So we're going to go on the street. The show is going to go on the road. We're going to be doing a lot of workshops uh, for the parents, for the students, for the teachers. So stay tuned, and people can
Yeah.
go on our website, and we will be letting people know. And also, they can go onto the website and register so that they can get the emails with updates of what is happening at Yo Digo No Mas movement.
Yeah. Maria, this is traumatizing to a lot of people, and people are reluctant to wanting to come out to share their story or just let people know about it. How does one begin to come out to talk about it or do something about it?
There's a book that I always quote, which is "The Body Keeps the Score." You have not really started the healing process until you break the silence. This book talks about that when you keep the secret to yourself, you are at war with your soul. you need to break the silence. And that could be just even sending me, Maria Trusa underscore, Maria underscore Trusa, sending me a direct message on Instagram, or going into Yo Digo No Mas and telling your story, going into and talking to your friends, just letting the secret out. And that starts the healing process. And I know, obviously, as a survivor, that it is very difficult to talk about this, but
Yeah.
we need to start healing. And we need to start saying, I was sexually abused. And then we need to also make sure that we start breaking the secret in the family, because the secret feeds the pandemic and it allows the abuser to continue to abuse other children. So breaking the silence is a serious business, and it needs to start happening.
Maria Truso, founder of Yo Digo No Mas, and CEO of Forme Medical Center and Urgent Care. We thank you for joining us. Where can we go to get more information? Give us your website.
It's yodigonomas.com. People could also go into my website, mariatrusa.org, mariatrusa.org. And please put the link so people would be able to access it easily. And we are so grateful for the support that you guys give us. You are the best. Thank you for the, and now it's like 2 years of support. So
Yeah.
we are grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We love you for everything that you're doing to help our community. We appreciate you.
Take care, Bob.
All right, Maria Trusa. She's the founder of Yo Digo No Mas and CEO of Forme Medical Center and Urgent Care. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll take a quick break right here. I've got more open coming up next.